Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Finch, and today I'm going to tell you guys how to assemble a delicious and healthy salad at home. So as a health coach, one of the things that I hear most from my clients is that they want to eat greens and more vegetables at home, and they want to make more salads, but they just feel like they don't taste very good when they make them at home. So today I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a method and the way that I like to make my salads at home to make them taste delicious, and so that they're also really healthy, and that I'm getting all of those important nutrients, those important plant enzymes, all of the healthy stuff that you need to get, but also how to make a salad taste great. So here is my method. Tip number one is I like to mix my greens and use a variety of different greens. I love to use romaine lettuce, I love to use spinach, I love to use all kinds of cabbage, so red cabbage, green cabbage, Napa cabbage, Savoy cabbage, any of your favorite cabbages, feel free to shred those and use for your salad. Swiss chard, any kind of green that you like, just mix it up. Feel free to even combine greens in a salad, which is exactly what we're going to do today. The main thing here is just to get those daily greens in, because we've talked before about how important it is to get your couple of servings of green, at least one serving of greens in each day, right? So you can do that in a smoothie or a salad. Today we're going to use spinach. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bowl. And then I've also got some romaine. And the thing about your greens, whichever greens you do choose to use, you want to make sure that you chop them into small enough pieces so that it's not awkward. You're not grabbing big bites of the greens. You want to have small enough pieces. I like to chop mine into like bite-sized pieces, medium-sized pieces. So chop your greens before you put them in your salad. Tip number two is to add your vegetables. So today I'm going to add red cabbage to my salad. And I'll post this recipe on the blog as well for you guys. I've got some sliced green onions here. I've got shredded carrots. I've got snow peas that I also cut into medium-sized pieces. So remember that that's key. I've got some chopped cilantro. Love fresh cilantro, and it's so good for you and tastes amazing. And then I've got some diced avocado. So once again with these veggies, we just want to make sure that we chop them down so that they're into bite-sized pieces as well. You could add whatever vegetables you want. If you really love chopped red onion or bell peppers, you could dice bell peppers. You could do squash, and that your vegetables don't also have to be raw. If you've got your raw greens, that's great. So maybe you've got some leftover roasted vegetables, maybe some roasted broccoli, some roasted squash and zucchini. Put that in there as well. Any leftover veggies that you've got, even if they've got seasoning on them, it could really contribute to the flavors in your salad. So add whatever vegetables sound good to you. Brussels sprouts are great, halved or quartered and put in salads. The sky's the limit, so just really whatever you like. You're just going to be getting all of those really important plant nutrients and enzymes. So tip number three is to add some healthy carbohydrates. I particularly like to add some sort of whole grain or a good complex carbohydrate, especially if my salad, if I'm having it at lunch. Good carbohydrates give us energy to carry on for the rest of our day, give us energy for our afternoons and all that we still have to do ahead after lunchtime. And it's energy that we can use quickly. So if I were having this salad at lunch, I might add like some cooked quinoa, or maybe some brown rice, some cooked brown rice, or maybe some roasted sweet potatoes. You could do millet. You could do any whole grain or good healthy complex carbohydrate would be fine here. And like I said, that's just really going to give you a lot of energy to use throughout the rest of your day. So then tip number four would be to add some sort of healthy protein if you choose. So if you've added the quinoa, this isn't cooked quinoa, but just to show you guys, if you've added quinoa, then you already do have a complete protein, as quinoa is a complete protein. So that would be covered if I had added my quinoa. Other sources of some great healthy protein would be maybe some boiled eggs, or a little bit of goat cheese even could be considered some healthy protein. You could also put some sort of lean meat like grilled shrimp or grilled chicken, or maybe some leftover organic beef if you've got it on hand. You could add nuts and seeds, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some slivered almonds to this salad, which is also going to give the salad a little bit of crunch and texture, and we really want to vary the texture of all of the different ingredients in our salad. So I'm also going to add some grilled shrimp later to the salad because I am planning to serve it for dinner. So I'm going to be adding grilled shrimp to our salad for dinner tonight. The next step is to add some sort of healthy fat. So I've already got a little bit of healthy fat in the way of the avocado that I added earlier, as well as those slivered almonds. We always want to have a little bit of healthy fat with a salad like this because it helps us to absorb all of the nutrients from the vegetables and the greens. So I've got the healthy fat in the way of the almonds and also the avocado, but I've also mixed up a little bit of dressing, and this is another way you can get a little healthy fat. I've used sesame oil. I've also used a little bit of tamari, which is a gluten-free soy sauce. You could use light soy sauce as well. I added a little bit of rice vinegar and a little bit of honey to this to make it a little bit sweet, which I'll mention next. But any kind of healthy oil to use as your dressing. Guys, we should never use any bottled dressings. They're so bad for us, and I'll post a link below this video blog on an article that I'd written before about how we want to avoid those bottled salad dressings and why we want to avoid them. But the important thing is that you make your own. They're really easy to make. Basically, it's just some sort of healthy oil and a vinegar or some sort of flavor enhancer. My favorite oils to use would be olive oil. I used sesame oil today. I like to use avocado oil, hemp seed oil, flaxseed oil, any of those really good healthy oils, macadamia nut oil. Those are all good choices. So a little bit of that. And then as far as your vinegar goes, really whatever you like. Just make sure it's a good quality vinegar. If you use balsamic, make sure it's a good aged balsamic and that it doesn't have any additives. I really like to use rice vinegar, which is, like I mentioned, what I used here today. I also like to use red and white wine vinegar, and then also apple cider vinegar is a favorite of mine as well. So play around, make your own dressings, maybe a squeeze of lemon juice or squeeze of lime juice. And then my final tip for salads is to add a little bit of sweetness if that's your thing. And for me, I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth and I like some sweet with my savory. So I added a little bit of honey to the dressing, and I'm going to pour that on. You could also use maple syrup, and then you could also use some sort of fresh fruit, or you could use dried fruit. Today I'm going to add just some small little segments of mandarin oranges. Other favorite fresh fruits that I like to use in salads would be like diced apples or diced pears. I really love to put strawberries in salads. I like to put halved cherries, fresh cherries in salads. You could use dried raisins, dried cherries. You could use some chopped dates. Really, the sky's the limit. You could add even a little bit of unsweetened coconut. Kind of gives it a little bit of a coconutty kind of sweet flavor, even though it's not sweet, and coconut is a little bit naturally sweet. So if that's your thing, add a little bit of sweetness for flavor. And that's it. We're just going to make sure everything is mixed up and coated evenly in the salad. And there you have it, a really healthy, beautifully colored, delicious salad that tastes great, that's got different textures. It's got a little bit of crunch from the nuts or seeds that you've added. So that's it. That's my method behind making a really delicious salad at home. So use this general format, play around with it, make it your own. And for more recipes like this and more healthy living tips, visit my blog at elizabeth-finch.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.